You're such an asshole.
Alright, get this shit done here. What we got going? Alright. I don't know. I guess we can go. Brandon writes, 2 years ago I hired you to tell me if I was on the right track. Now 2 years later I've dropped out of college completely after flopping around from the expensive private school to community colleges. Good move. At 20 I had an unconventional job paying me $50,000 a year in cash and no taxes since I'm a 1099 employee. Dude, you gotta pay. Don't be a Democrat. Don't get self-employed like a realtor. Hey, I don't have to pay tax. Yes, you fucking do. They're called quarterly estimates. It is a real thing. Do not be the dumbass typical young person or a Democrat thinks, oh, I finally made my money. I've had this happen so many times with Democrat friends I used to have until I said, that's it, I'm kicking all the parasites out. When you are this isn't part of your request, but we're going to go over this anyway because asshole consulting is so fucking nice, we're going to save you some time. You have to pay taxes on that. Since you're self-employed, that means you are responsible for your taxes. And so every quarter, you fill out a 1040 ES statement and you send roughly a third of your gross revenue to the federal government and state government. You have to do it both federal and state. And if you're stupid enough to live in a state like Ohio or California, I think New York and even Chicago have local income taxes. All right? You're not, the IRS gets its money. It is a mandatory anal raping, and you can either use lube or broken glass. The broken glass way is, I don't pay taxes. And then when you have your account, you do your taxes, he comes out, well, you didn't do this. And on top of your own penalties, you're like, what, fuck you, man, I gotta get a new account. And then Chad Elkins is like, fuck this shit. Don't be one of the normie conformies and inferiors. Pay your fucking taxes as a self-employed individual. Going on. Since then, I've moved out of my parents' place into a nice apartment in the city and own a nice new car that I can afford. No, you can't. Dude, take away a third of your income. Bet you can't afford it, because I don't have to pay taxes. My parents are shaming me to go back into school since they don't believe my job and spending habits are sustainable. I plan on going back to school in May to try again because my job is so flexible. It allows me to literally work a few hours a day and make a few $100 in cash each day. Like physical cash? Physical cash? Then maybe you don't have to pay taxes on it. Although, if the IRS audits you, it takes a look at your bank statement and say, how come there's all these deposits of cash? What's going on here? Should I go back and try and get my accounting degree? The line of work I'm in is, I'm going to keep you anonymous. At a place near where you live. No, I'm not going to put that in the video. Because then the IRS might come, they could figure this out. I befriended the owner of the company a year ago and it kind of took off. I know your advice is never waste time in school if you don't have a clear-cut plan. Yeah, you saved my ass when I was 18 for majoring in political science. So bottom line, go back to school and finish a degree 3 to 4 years or fully commit in this work thing and see if I can make 6 figures within the next years. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Gentlemen, here's the whole idea of being a minimalist, okay? The whole idea of being a minimalist, if you want to get, you don't need, see now you got a fancy you bought a new car, now you're fucked. You boys, look, I know we slam on the girls here a lot because the girls are the ones more heavily propagandized and they make much more disastrous mistakes. That doesn't mean you boys aren't making disastrous mistakes. New car? I've never owned a new car in my life. Never fucking will. Because the second I drive that off the lot, it drops down in 30% value. And that 30% price, seriously, here's what I'd rather do. I'd rather give it to some poor fucking kid who's majoring in engineering, has got all this fucking bullshit shoved up his ass. Diversity, you get it. Like, hey, here's some food, kid. Your parents are right on one thing. I'm going to guess your spending habits are not sustainable. Because you're dude broing it out. Oh, I gotta get a new car, I got a nice apartment. I've never had a nice apartment. I don't think I ever had a nice apartment. I had an okay duplex one time, never had a nice apartment. And you're a dipshit. You're not paying your taxes on 1099 income. That's gonna come bite you in your ass. And it's already, the year's over, I'm sure for 2019. You're going to learn this lesson. When your accountant gives you the bill, don't you dare fucking complain or yell at your accountant. Okay? Don't you dare fucking do that. It's your fault. You didn't, it's just free money, it's cash. It's not. And I'm glad we saved you from a political science degree. That's awesome. You're now way ahead. You dropped out of college. Today, yes, dropping out of college is a good thing, for the most part. Go back to this, see if I can make 6 figures. So with the 6 figures thing, why do you gotta make 6 figures? Unless your spending habits, yeah, then you need to make 6 figures. To make 6 figures, that takes a lot of work, or a lot of luck, which takes a lot of work. Or you just cut your spending and you don't need to make 6 figures. Guys, why do you want to get the cars? Why do you want to get the house? Why do you want to get the sweet apartment? It's all because you want to get the girls. Have you looked at the dating pool recently? You went to college, what are they telling the girls today? Don't need no man, fish bicycle, self-love, big is beautiful. Now, beyond the political propaganda they get, society as a whole, including you boys, as everyone's just getting fatter because everyone's getting lazier. Right? So nobody's pretty anymore. My larger point with you is what is the point of getting the cars and the house and the fancy clothes to get the girls? What girls you gonna get? Are you even hitting the gym? Are you even physically attractive? If you're not hitting the gym and you're not good looking, you're not gonna get the girls, which then negates the whole point of getting the 6 figs to afford the cars, the clothes, and the fancy apartment to get the girls. You should be looking for a girl that likes you for you. I know, funny Disney Club. Oh, look, Clarion, he works for the Disney Corporation now. Oh, a cartoon to Cappy watch. But as a principle, as a policy, you'd be finding a girl that likes you for you. All right? So you don't need all that shit. Hey, you make 6 figs, that's great. But if you don't need to make 6 figs, you don't have to. It makes life a lot easier. Knock it off with this. Why not 7 figs? Why not 8? Fuck the money. It's your time. Okay, as long as you stay out of debt, as long as you don't spend more than you make, you're golden. Dude, I know people who make 6 figs. You know what they do? They spend 6 figs and an extra 25 fucking grand on top of it, and they're always in debt. It is spending, not your fucking income. Put the focus on saving, being frugal, not needing new cars, and then you'll take the girls out of the whole fucking equation and focus on your finances. I make great money now, Cappy, so charge me whatever. You more than what I could ever pay you anyway. No, I charge you a fair amount. I'm not going to stab you because you did, and I did save you. Dude, I fucking saved you like at least 75 grand. You would have the time, money, student loan debt, and all the work you'd have to do to get yourself out of political science degree with the student debt. I've saved you 100 grand. Some of the best investment you know. Now, don't fuck this up with new cars and shit and not paying your taxes. Why am I everybody's father who's very perennially angry? Let me go back here. Hate it. Alright, here's the deal. Right now, objectively speaking, you're doing better than the average, well, you're what, Gen Z? You're doing better than the average college student. You're doing better than the average 30-year-old millennial. You know why? You ain't got no debt. You got a job. You're making good money. Okay? So, even though you're still fucking up in some areas, you avoided the biggest bullet. Now, you've bit some other bullets, like the new car and the fancy apartment. We're going to set that aside because you avoided the bigger one. You're still doing really good. And so, the problem now is that your parents, where'd it go? My parents are shaming me into going back to school since they don't believe my job and spending habits are sustainable. I think they're correct on your spending habits. Your job may not be sustainable. All right? You don't have a skill. They are right in that regard. But if they're just saying, well, go back to college, if they ever utter any degree is a good degree, you have my permission, you have my express permission as St. Gen X, sorry, that way, to punch your parents right in the fucking mouth and tell them to shut the fuck up. Okay? So if they're just pushing you to go back to school because I need a college degree, because I have to go back and I have to act like my son's retarded because he doesn't have a college degree, all right, fuck them. That's bad advice. If you want to go back to college for accounting, yeah, cool. But right now, you actually are making some good money. 50 grand, that's higher than the median in the United States. You are in the top half at least. I'd say maybe even top. I'd have to look at the belt distribution curve. I think you're in the top 40%, top third maybe even. Dude, you're not even 25 yet. We're talking all the people in the United States. You're doing better than the average 45-year-old, okay? So that's good. I'd keep making the money, even if the job doesn't last forever. That's good money. But don't be pissing it away. I'd get a cheaper apartment. Dude, that new car, get rid of that fucking car. That is cancer. What's the interest rate on that? You done fucked up on that now. And I would look at what you owe versus what it's worth. All right? And what your interest rate is, what your payment is. Get rid of that car somehow. I mean, don't sell it at a fire sale and bleed over it, but I would get rid of it. All right? So that you control your expenses while you're making money. You build up a micro FU fund so that then you can go to college. All of a sudden you get laid off for whatever reason, and now you're not desperate. You're not starving. Now you're not having to go groveling to an employer to work some bullshit job that you're only going to be able to tolerate for 3 months. Then you got to go job hop to another one, and I don't know legit firm's going to hire you because you're just job hopping to get from desperate place to desperate place to desperate place to make ends because you have yourself a $400 a month car payment because you're an idiot. So get rid of your expenses. Work this job until it goes away because that's some great money, man. That's some good money for your age. Get yourself a degree in accounting. I agree with that. But since it's a degree in accounting, you can go pretty much anywhere that's cheap. Not some expensive private school. I wouldn't even attend a physical campus. I would compare Western Governors University and ASU online and your local community college. Find out what's cheaper and attend. And you don't have to go full-time. You can go part-time. I'd focus on the money. Take a class here or there. Slowly earn your way towards an accounting degree. And then when you get your accounting, or the job goes away, then you'll have a micro FU fund. You could maybe find some other part-time security guard job work. You got this nice $10,000 stash of money. You're not going to starve. You can afford some tuition. And 2-3 years from now, I think you got your prereqs mostly out of the way. So 2 to 3 years from now, maybe 5 to 6. If your job keeps going well, you keep working 5 to 6 years. Then you take a class or two, maybe 3. Man, don't do 3. Two classes a semester. 5-6 years, you got yourself an accounting degree, no debt, you're 24, 25, and you have an accounting degree, then you sit for your CPA exam, and you are fucking golden. You will have no debt, a legitimate degree, a good cert. You got to get a CPA though, all right? You're just going to have to get a CPA. That's the only reason you're going to go to accounting is get the CPA. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck as a staff accountant or a bookkeeper. Nothing wrong with it, but you're going to make that same $50,000 a year. You might as well go work in the trades then, by that time. Anyway, the goal 5 years out from now, 4 years old, roughly 25. No debt, good degree, job experience. You might even have savings built up by that time. Compare that to the average person regardless of generation that graduated when they were 22, 23, 24, 25. In debt, no money, living at home, desperate. That position, 4 to 5 years from now, is threatened by your new car and your nice new apartment. I'm not saying go live in the ghetto or get shot. But you're not, you know what? Here's a general rule. You're not allowed to have nice things until you're 30. Can we go with that? You are not allowed to have nice things until you're 30. Because you are usually sacrificing something in your future, going into debt, affording something that you can't afford before you're 30. YOLO, the experience. I just had a bad experience. I know a teacher. Teachers aren't paid enough. I'm going to Greece. I'm going to Hawaii. Fuck you. Fuck you, you're not paid enough. So there you go. There's I have spoken. The king of Gen X has spoken. So there you go. Yeah, fuck what your parents say, man. You are not a loser if you don't have a college degree. Okay? You are a loser if you have a college degree and it's a worthless shit. Then you're a real loser. Then you're asking for a bailout from Bernie. Shut up. Number of college-educated morons out there is just disgusting. All right, there you go. Questions, answers, links down below. See you guys later. Toodles.